Jumping that. Jumping that.
Why you keep moving from me? No, because you're bad energy, bro. You're bad energy.
People just don't like you because your reputation. They're like, yeah, nah, we're not doing no with this.
Bro, I'm not the most hated person, bro.
Yeah, you up there.
Imagine losing your viewers $1 million because a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle looking child decided to grab you from your back and use you as a human shield for a blindfolded dude throwing dodgeballs.
He's good at the throws. He's emoting on him.
He's like 17, 18 years old. You're wishing bad shit on a kid.
Pretty much since Rakai has joined the mainstream internet, he has received a level of hate that has always rubbed me the wrong way. Whether they're saying that he's annoying, that he's doing too much, or saying that the situations he's in just don't feel right to them, people have kind of always been on his case. But at the MrBeast live streamer event, Rakai did his normal Rakai antics, at least in my opinion, and people took it to a whole different level. Every streamer needs to condemn these parts of their community because this most recent Rakai hate train is unearthing a dark side of streaming that people are not talking about. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for this channel. Let's stop the hate trains and start the Yomizi love trains with the subscriptions. Now, back into the video. The MrBeast live streaming video exposed a lot to me. In the last video, I covered how it exposed how these streamers who talk online have to face their realities IRL at some point, and they should probably watch what they say. But what it also exposed is that there's this cultural difference in streaming that nobody's willing to address. You got 50 creators in this elimination format doing viral challenges, you know, normal MrBeast stuff. So that means that the antics are gonna be there, but when you bring somebody who is the court jester of the internet in Rakai to the mix, then you're gonna get an outrageous time. Now, in my personal opinion, I felt like Rakai
I got
was
400 elo in chess, play one nigga like 8 times and went back to 100
his
outside.
normal self. If anything, I actually
Oh
thought
my
this was
God.
a fairly tame version of Rakai for everything that I know.
Oh my God,
But
that is
as
very
we
sad.
saw some of the clips from the show, people were mad at different instances of Rakai being Rakai.
You did it! Oh! Wait, I didn't see it!
Oh, this part where he was like cry about it or some shit.
I thought she had it!
Winner, winner! You have advanced.
Mari, I am so sorry. You're gonna make me cry.
It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It was an experience.
Love you, Mari.
Womp, 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 womp. Cry about it.
Mari is a creator that universally the internet accepts, loves, and honestly finds her to be very entertaining and welcoming. So when she lost this event, you can tell, even in the music from MrBeast's videos, the tone changes. People didn't want to see her lose. She's visibly upset, and this is a more somber moment. You know, they played it up, they added the drama and the tension there.
Drinking my love.
But this gets cut at the leg.
I know how to checkmate now. Let's go. But mainly only with Knight Queen or Knight Rook. Yeah, Knight is powerful, bro.
With Rakai doing his womp womp to somebody losing. How somebody doing his is a more somber moment. You know, they played it up, they added the drama and the tension there. But this gets cut at the legs with Rakai doing his womp womp to somebody losing. How somebody who was a competitor, I probably would have did something similar. I'm not gonna lie to you. But this is where some of the backlash starts to come. It's not outrage just yet, but people aren't accepting of how Rakai wasn't, you know, comforting more to Mari. And it also didn't sit well with Mari herself.
Love you, Mari.
Womp, 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 womp. Cry about it.
And with that, 7.
And he over here talking about some womp, womp, womp. You was in my ear the entire time, Rakai. Talking about some, oh, ooh, oh, you didn't do it. You didn't do that. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da. What is she doing? Da-da-da-da. The whole time. Imagine having somebody in your ear like, mama, na na, na na. You sound like a Tasmanian devil in my ear the whole time, bro. Respectfully. Respectfully.
You see, what's happening here now is that Rakai is entering a MrBeast audience. What I mean by that is people in his community and around his community already view him to be this annoying little brother type of person. But now on a channel that gets 100 million plus views guaranteed on videos like this is an audience that is going to be super duper critical of every single move that you make. They're a new audience. They don't necessarily know you. And for what it's worth, there's some cultural differences there. Now, with this new audience, not just from Mr. Beast, but from all these
But
other
he got his
streams,
name
you would
out there
think that
though.
Rakai would straighten up his act a little bit. But no, he's still going to be himself. And I can honestly applaud him for this. But this does come with backlash, as he does a sneaky, underhanded tactic when playing dodgeball with one of the biggest Spanish-speaking streamers in the world. Now, as a real street competitor, I know exactly what's going on. Rakai is trying to win the game. I mean, there's $1 million on the line, and there aren't any clear rules as to what you can and can't do. And for what it's worth, this makes for better content, in my opinion. But like I said, there's a new audience that is consuming these things from a whole different side of the world, who doesn't have the same communal or cultural understanding about Rakai or just a certain culture. I'm just gonna say it, Black people. And the way that this was handled, the shift from annoying to disrespectful, is what I'm talking about. The usual backlash that Rakai got that was reserved for the WL community has now opened the floodgates into international waters. But it does not help in the fact that Rakai then doubles down in another segment in his competitive nature when he goes after another Spanish-speaking streamer, another Hispanic streamer, actually the number 2 Spanish channel on Twitch, in Rubius.
Damn.
Oh! 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 Bye-bye! 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 Yeah!
Once Rubius would get eliminated, Rakai would go full-on Fortnite dance emote as a way of taunting him and getting his victory.
We going back to slingshot. Ain't no way. He's good at the...
I'm not gonna lie. And then what he had coming next, Loki, he got that shit. He deserved what he got coming next. Right after that shit.
Emoting on him.
A toda mi comunidad.
Justice, 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 justice.
Cállate, niño, anda, cállate, niño. Niño, cállate. Cállate, anda. Cállate, cállate. No, yo creo que al final ha sido suerte y ya está, chicos.
Again, this is where the cultural difference becomes super glaring to me. I don't think that this was anything that was out of the ordinary. These are content creators creating content. If this didn't happen, I would actually be surprised. Hell, I think that even Mr. Beast would be surprised. And this wouldn't be what he signed up for. He signed up for content creators to come and create content. But for a different community who doesn't understand these dynamics and doesn't consume all this content, this doesn't feel like gameplay. This doesn't feel like content being created. This feels like disrespect in real time. When you understand Rakai's past, you kind of understand how this moment even comes to fruition.
I wish RDC pulled up to an event like this, but since they did it, I was going for Rage. Yeah, Rage, and I knew Rage was gonna actually do something good with his shit, bruh. I ain't gonna lie. And Rage won. I knew Ski was probably gonna do that shit, do something with music or something, bruh. That shit probably wasn't going to a streamer.
I'm thinking about the QT Cinderella rant, the lesbian streamer couple that he had gotten into it with, the Iron Mouse situation, the Mari situation, the El Abraham situation, the Rubius situation, all these different moments in which he is seen as the younger brother court jester, antagonizer on the internet, really shape who he is to a lot of people. But again, this was supposed to stay in our bubble. It was a fixed type thing. Hey, that's the internet's little brother. He, you know.
And we got out quick. What happened? What you mean?
If you love him, you like him. If you hate him, you hate him. But ultimately, it stays here. But if you're not in that bubble and you start consuming his content, you get a nasty perspective on him. And so as streamers were watching the Mr. Beast event on live stream and being prompted by their chats to do so, they started to do investigations of Rakai's chat, the comment section, et cetera, to see how people were receiving this content. And let's just say these people went straight to racism, gang. They just went straight to the racism.
Yo, okay, I opened up his fucking Instagram comments for 1 second. What is this, bro? No.
Oh no. It's half the comments. It's literally half the comments.
Justice for Abraham. I feel bad for me, Abraham. Remember Abraham community will always be there to
Oh my
love
god,
you.
he has a very dedicated community.
Hell
From racial
yeah.
slurs to threats on his life, and I can't even put this stuff on YouTube. Only way that I could do it is
Other random people out the video and they're like, yeah. I remember Chris even saying
describing
that
these
shit.
images depicting Rakai and, for what it's worth, Rage and Ski Master Slum God as monkeys scoured the internet, just took over. This no longer became criticism of Rakai's actions. This was
What the fuck?
took over. This no longer
Bro, no wonder Rakai is a fucking hard R. What a heavy piece of shit that hard R is. I hope they lock him up in the zoo soon. They don't want you to be racist. Look at what a huge retard and subnormal who knows nothing about life and mongoloid black guy is, bro. Bro is speaking deep shit for himself. It's impossible for society with people like that.
became criticism
Like,
of
bro.
Rakai's actions. This was just another way for people to get their hate rhetoric off, get the racism off, get these other things off. I want to take a minute here and talk about the fact that I have always maintained that there is a cultural divide between streamers, content creators.
Now just be real, bro. I'm gonna keep it a stack, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'm not holding my tongue on this. I'm not holding my tongue on this, bro. This is real talk. This is why they don't like black people to join shit. Not because of Rakai, because at the end of the video, 3 niggas was at the top, bro. And they hate us for that. They're like, bro, of course it had to be black people. Of course. Yeah, bro. We do anything to make sure we get the dub, bro. And you're mad? You're mad? We having ding pieces on every day now, bro. Them niggas really be sad, bro.
etc. While everybody believes that these people are more buddy than they really are, every time I see more content being made, it only furthers the idea that I have. These people are being forced together because there is a bigger, better, and greater bag on the line. Of course, there's a bigger bag with the XQC and DDG coming together, but reality is that they couldn't be further apart. And if there wasn't a financial incentive tied to it, these people would not be creating content together, talking about each other, etc., etc. So then when you get these environments in which there's different communities and different cultures being forced together, like a Mr. Beast video, of course you're gonna get these people from these different parts of the world, different parts of the cultures, not understanding one another. And you open the door for all the stuff that we're seeing today. Now, let me be clear. I don't think that Mr. Beast or Rubius or El Abraham or Rakai are intentionally meaning to open the door for racism. But the reality is that fans of these people are racist. Fans of these people are misogynistic, homophobic, all these different things. And when you mix these cultures, you open the doors for this type of rhetoric, this type of content to be put into the ethos. I remember it happening when women started to become more prominent on streams. And at the end of the day, the creators themselves suffer because they are now subjected to this harmful and nasty behavior. Now, I know somebody in my comment section may be saying to themselves, Omar, Rakai leans into this content, and I do agree with you. Again, he's the internet's little brother, in my opinion. And as a little brother, a literal little brother, I know exactly what that means. You're gonna be the one who's doing the I'm not touching you as the finger is, next to somebody. You're gonna be the one that takes the last bit of juice, the last bit of cereal. You're gonna be the annoying one that's always crying about different things, getting on the older brother's nerves. So sure, he's antagonizing Mari. He's mocking people that he's eliminated. He's finding ways that he can, gain an advantage in a game.
I'm gonna be honest though. At the end of the day, bro's a kid though, bro. Like, yeah, you could be like he should be mature, but bro's 17, bro. With millions of dollars, having fun. He don't gotta do shit, but just be himself right now in life and just have fun. This is the best time of his life right now.
This
Stop
isn't
hating
new to
on
me
bro.
because he's not new to this. He's true to this, but that does not justify the racism, the threats, and all these other things that go on with Rakai. A 16-year-old kid, might I add. But I guess it can't.
They want kids to grow up so fast, bro. They want kids to grow up so fast, and then when niggas grow up, they be like, "Oh, you aren't." Like, bro, make it make sense,
Why
bro.
he becomes this easy target when things escalate.
But he making it entertaining, bro. And it's the same thing. Has he done a single good thing for black people? You're part of the problem. What the fuck does Rakai have to do with all black people, you fucking... That's what I be talking about, bro. What the fuck does Rakai have to do with all black people? That makes no fucking sense. It's the same shit how them Somali niggas got mad at me. Nigga, I'm me. Rakai is him. Nigga, it don't make a nigga. You don't represent a whole group of people, gang. That's not how it works. You don't represent a whole group of people, bro. That's literally not how it works, gang. Like what? Come on, bro.
I think one of the best things that's come out of this, and this is actually something that I'm asking for a lot of creators to do, is that the creator community that is more familiar with Rakai went to the internet and went to their streams in droves and condemned this action and this behavior from communities at large who were sending him literal threats on his life.
At the end of the day, that was the point of the game, was to get the other people out so you can win the mill. For people to be saying the shit they're saying, like, bro, it's a game at the end of the day, man. You know what I mean?
All my hoblars out there, stop calling niggas monkeys and shit.
Facts. You're crazy.
Because when there's a white nigga that's annoying or a Spanish nigga, no, we just say they annoying.
Yeah.
It's a black nigga that's annoying, nigga gotta call them monkeys. What the fuck is that?
They going, I ain't gonna cap, they going stupid right now, bro.
Bro, I want this nigga TikTok comment, they spelling harder with gifts.
Yes. I'm talking about on Instagram, all that.
He's like 17, 18 years old. You're wishing bad shit on a kid. He's
I'm saying, bro,
man.
he's a kid. Exactly.
I can understand getting mad at like a journalist or something like that. That's a grown-ass adult. But you're going to go and get in your feelings over a kid.
I promise you, if it was an M on the line, a lot of you will move different than you think you would in theory. I'm telling you. And the craziest part is the M is not even for him, it's for his community. In a world where everybody sit there and pretend like they want authenticity, everyone tells you to be yourself, the nigga is not trying to be anyone else, bro. And people get mad at him for it. And what that teaches everybody else, realistically, don't be yourself, bro. They will get mad.
I think it's so weird to
That's
me
facts,
that
bro. Oh my god, that couldn't have been said so much better. I'm not gonna lie. That was so much facts. Like, there's so much facts, bro. Like, you can't even complain about anything you said right there. Baby, is there more? Or like made already?
And maybe you just don't want to consume Rakai. Like, I know that people were probably stuck between a rock and a hard place. They were fans of Rage or fans of Phantom or whoever else was on this stream, this game show.
I gotta make a lot more.
Actually,
no, it's okay.
so you were forced in a situation to consume Rakai. But for the most part, a lot of people could just cut this stuff off.
I'm gonna just get some gummies. Don't even worry about it.
But again, I think the bigger issue may be that just people who have never been put in position to see him have now consumed him. So I am thankful that these creators stepped up, showed out. I don't know what El Abraham and Rubius have done, but I hope they also are condemning these people as well, because this is just flat out racism. Like, there's no justification for racism, full stop. I think on top, you gotta be clear. Like, Rakai is creating these moments. He's being himself. And then the audience escalated them. Now, do I think that the creators of these audiences should be attributed?
I wouldn't be surprised. I want some more, that's why. Okay, fine, yeah. Okay, fine. I wouldn't be surprised if he called him not himself.
With what their audience is doing, no. I don't think that their audience can be 100% controlled by said creators. But I do think that they set the tone. I've always maintained this. The audience that you have is a reflection of you. I don't have a racist audience. I don't have a misogynistic audience. I don't have a homophobic audience. I've put out content in the vein of that before, where we talk about homosexual people on this channel, where we talk about women on this channel, where we've talked about different things on this channel, and there is not this massive amount of overt homophobia, misogyny, all these other things like that that are being put in these comment sections. Why? Because I, as a creator, am not that, and I condemn that. I do think it is a moment of self-reflection, and if you are silent in the wake of these different things, then you are a part of enabling your audience. With that being said, I do think that the underlying thing that people don't talk about is that there is a forcing of cultural issue in streaming, and I'm telling you that this is going to be something that divides streaming. This is going to be something that makes people stop doing these different collaborations and not rock with other people. I think iShowSpeed has fought through a lot of this, and you know, kudos to him. It could not be me, but now he's seeing a more positive reception on the other side, potentially making people more tolerant to him and other Black people. But if I am a Black streamer or content creator, or if I am one of these nuisance streamers or content creators, or Hispanic streamer content creator, or woman streamer content creator, and I don't want to deal with the nonsense that comes with, you know, being with another community, I may take the route of some of the other creators that we talked about in the past, like Senna. I'm not gonna hang out with you on your stream. I'm not gonna hang out with your audience, your community, because I don't want to be associated or tied to the bullshit that comes with it.
Yeah. What was this? 5 days ago? This one? Damn, there's a part 2?
I can't hold this back. I gotta say it. I'm sorry. Mari, suck my ugly you. Shut the up. That's why you get. That's what you get. You lost. And that's why you cried about it too.
The same night of that shoot, after we ended, we went back to the hotel. It brought to my attention, he called someone up and was like, oh, yo, how do you feel about Mari? They gonna be like, yeah, I like Mari, she cool. He gonna be like, I don't f with that. So this is not your first time calling me out my name. Did I ever call him out his name? No. Did I ever disrespect him? No. This isn't the first time him calling me out my name. How long is 17 gonna be able to be applied to him? It's, bro, when he turned 18, now what? People need to hold him accountable for his behavior. He's not a 500 viewer streamer. He doesn't have a small community. He has 20,000 people to like 15,000 people watching him. This is not, you have to be some type of a role model.
Boy, somehow the internet has fallen apart since the last time we talked about this. Who would have known that Mr. Beast's streaming video
it was only 2
marked
days
a single
later
moment that signified that streamers are so culturally different and don't belong in the same rooms as each other ever again. From the backlash of his shenanigans in the video, Rakai has seen himself wrapped up in not one but 2 controversies at this point. Somehow it's taken itself from racism now all the way to sexism and misogyny, and I'm sorry, but I've been waiting for these conversations to unwrap, and we have got to talk about these deeper underlying things that we continuously brush over in the streaming community. If you're new to this, please.
What you doing? How you feeling? How you feeling? Welcome to the stream, bro. Welcome to the motherfucking stream, bro.
Hit that subscribe button. It goes a long, long way. If we don't get more subscribers on this channel, I'm gonna start taking that Rakai route and start spazzing out on people and going crazy and stuff like that. Now, back into the video. Now, this all stems from the Mr. Beast streaming challenge, where he gets his collective of streamers, puts them in a circle, and does Mr. Beast.
Hell yeah, bro.
I'm not gonna cover it. I'm not gonna go into too much.
That's right, bro. W fucking man, bro. I'd love to see it. No cap.
Detail, rehashing all that stuff. If you haven't already, please watch that video.
I'm on 4 warming up. Let's go, bro. You ranking up tonight? Would you plan reload or BR?
Tab thing. Hell, pull it up on multiple devices. Spam up the views. But all I'm gonna say is, who would have thought that these moments...
You did it! Oh! Wait, I didn't see it! I didn't see it!
Mari, I am so sorry. You're gonna make me cry.
It's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
Womp, 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 womp. Cry about it.
I'm warming up in the map right now. Like a mechanics map, maybe BR. There you go. I'll play with you, bro.
Rakai baited you!
Nah, the problem was he grabbed me.
I'll do whatever it takes to win. Any means possible.
We going back to slingshot. Ain't no way. He's good at the throw.
He's emoting on him.
We're facing to a 17-year-old kid facing a bunch of threats and other harmful acts on
threats
his life,
crazy.
His family's life, his friend's life, and everyone surrounding him.
I'm gonna keep it buck, bro. I get hate oftenly, but it's levels to hate, gang. It's niggas texting me, bro. And I'm gonna say GTA, Twitch, chill. It's niggas texting my phone and saying, I hope you die. I hope somebody shoot you and your whole intestines blow up so you have no open casket.
Hey,
I'm
yo.
seeing niggas saying, yo, if you ever go out the country and I catch you, I'ma kill you on everything I love. This niggas call me the hard R. They got my mom's phone number telling her that we know where you live. If you step out the house, I'm gonna kill you in GTA. Khalil getting death threats.
That's crazy.
Everybody in Chloe getting death threats.
That's
My nigga.
crazy.
Like, it's like, this shit is like unbelievable. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's one thing to hear about and potentially talk about these things, but to see the impacts in real time of these, you know, comments and threats that Rakai and his family members are facing is actually very disheartening. I know that there are going to be some people that say, hey, this is the internet. It's always been like this. None of this is new, etc., etc. But that doesn't mean that it's something that we should just brush over. None of these conversations that we're going to have in this video means that we should just brush over them because they are a byproduct of the internet. I think that most people at some degree can understand what it's like to get 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 hate comments in a day or two span. Maybe they posted something online that accidentally went viral, invited a bunch of different people, and now people are talking about their looks, etc., and they've experienced that before. Now, what if you multiplied that by 100? These content creators are getting hundreds of thousands of tens of thousands of hate comments on a daily basis. And for the crowd that's saying, yo, just cut off the internet, don't scroll, do all these different things, it's going directly to their phone now. They're getting phone calls, text messages. It's absolutely disgusting. It's not something that you just build up a thick skin to. And I see that when I see Rakai's mom giving him a voicemail.
I'm gonna go back to this last part.
Comments on a daily basis. And for the crowd that's saying, yo, just cut off the internet, don't scroll, do all these different things, it's going directly to their phone now. They're getting phone calls, text messages. It's absolutely disgusting. It's not—
I don't like this guy's videos, really. I do. I actually do enjoy his videos, bro.
something that you just build up a thick skin to. And I see that when I see Rakai's mom giving him a voicemail showing that,
I feel
you know,
like he gives valid takes. Like his takes are very valid, bro. I actually really do enjoy his videos. Crazy enough. Sometimes it could be like just like, you feel me, just yap, but like, yeah. On certain topics, I like how he's really like right on point with
there's still support, there's still love, and there's still encouragement going on in this household. He almost comes to a near tear.
See, son, you carry this light that a lot of people don't understand. But if you know, you know. And don't ever let anyone dim your light. Okay, baby? I am so proud of you. And I know I'll call you and question you and all that. And that's just—
He made a video hating on FaZe and nothing made sense. When I got a call with him and he couldn't back anything up. I think I seen that video, but I seen a video where he talks about it. Where he talks about him being in the call with Ron and stuff like that. And like him, I think it was like they were like friends or some shit. I don't know too much on it, but yeah.
all because I want to see where your head is. And I know for a fact that you are unbothered. You are so unbothered. You are so free. And you are so sure of yourself. And I am so proud of you. Heavenly Father, I ask that you please continue to protect my son.
It is good to see that Rakai has some sort of strong, seemingly support system around
He
him.
said AMP was the blueprint to making a group channel. I mean, I think that's true to some degree, right? Like, I feel like AMP was the blueprint for, I wouldn't say group channels, but for not group clan. And I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't think he meant that in that way. Obviously, I don't know what he meant because I don't know what video, but just from like the show I'll be watching, I think like what he meant by that like was like they like, I ain't gonna lie, they were low-key the blueprint for becoming a group channel like they are. Like the inspiration to be tight with your boys and just have something that they have. I think that's what it was. They were like the first group to really be together. They're like the Jackson 5 nearly, bro. Like some like it's almost like family. You can't nearly break it up. Like, but I gotta see that. Now the
During this
first
time.
team,
But if I
now
could
the first
offer—
team clan was FaZe. No, I know that, but I'm saying like they were like the pioneers to be a group like they are though, right? Like many groups before them tried it, tried the content house, they tried all the shit, right? But they weren't just a content house, and they made it look way better than every other team did. Where FaZe had to rebrand so that way they can achieve that and come back and make that. Sidemen, nah, yeah, but they weren't streamers though. They was YouTubers. You feel me? Simon was a good group though. Like no cap. Simon, I say Sidemen, I say who else? Let me see. There's another group too that's almost like Sidemen. Like that'll make a difference though. I think it does in the retrospect of streaming and coming together to make group videos. Like, right? Like Sidemen, they on top, right? That's also like, bro, what's the name of that other group, bro? I forgot the name of the other group. They're similar to Sidemen, bro. Bro, fuck. I forgot. I mean, there's also like Strawberry fucking I forgot the name of them too, like Strawberry something. But like, there's like a bunch of group channels, but bro, they wasn't doing it like they was doing it, bro. Like gaming, going live, like living in the same house, like the dynamic. You feel me? Like the dynamic that they had, that they brought to live streaming, and that the ideas that they also had when it came to YouTube. I feel like that's what kind of made them who they are, and people gravitated to that. I'm saying AMP was the blueprint to making clans, or nah. I don't think they were the blueprint to creating them, but to creating something that they had. Hell yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I feel like they might have all lived together, bro. But let's keep it a stack. Their dynamic ain't like theirs, bro. That's why a lot of them like failed, bro, because they really wasn't homies behind the camera, bro. AMP, they really homies behind the camera. A lot of them not like that. You can name a few that is guaranteed, but I don't think like, bro, like that's why like the one shit DDG tried to make, bro, didn't work
A
out,
little
bro.
bit of a tidbit here. It's okay to be bothered. I know his mom was saying that she knows
Like
that her
that
son
shit
is
right there, bro,
unbothered and she
was
knows her
fuck.
son way more than I do. But I think it's also safe to say that it's okay to be bothered by these situations because some of this borderlines reality. We know that people go to content creators' houses. We know that these words actually have impact. And we know that as we get into these places and spaces, you are subjecting yourselves to criticisms that you wouldn't be facing if you were in your community, but you're doing it for either the betterment of your career, for homeboy, for all these other reasons, ultimately opening you to be a target of public scrutiny.
Grow the fuck up.
The Sidemen are dead friends in the first phase house. Shit, the new phase two. Yeah, I can do, bro. Like even RDC, bro. Like RDC is like they had they shit longer than AMP. You feel me? I'm not saying like they weren't. I'm not saying that they weren't, bro. I'm just saying I do agree that AMP Dev had a big a big look onto what other people wanted. That they wanted to copy. You feel me? And it's like it's almost like when you're winning for so long, people, other people are trying and they're trying to win and their content group isn't doing so much, they try and gravitate to the same thing that they do. So I don't agree that obviously that they're not the first one, bro. You feel me? But like I said, there was so many more content creator houses or teams that like tried to get, around. But yeah, he worked for AMP, but he got left, I think, or got fired. That's deep. That's actually deep. That's how
Racist
Chris
people
was.
are using this as a reason to already be racist. Check the comments. I'm not reading these fucking comments from fucking
bro. I'm good off that, bro. That's why I protect my energy in the first place, man. Racist people who are already racist are using this as a reason to continue to be racist publicly.
And I think ultimately Rakai will learn to navigate this place and space
I
better
agree.
and better so he isn't front-facing in all these controversies. But I will say, today is not that day. As more information has come out about the situation, we are learning about apparently some faults that Rakai has played in these situations. Now, again, this is not victim blaming in any way, shape, form, or fashion, and El Rubius himself would acknowledge that. But he does mention to his community and his audience that Rakai also does say some things about him that may have made him not be so innocent. It seems as though at some point Rakai says, go back to Mexico during the situation in which El Rubius was leaving the game because he was eliminated. Now, I do think that that can be interpreted as a messed up thing to say. I do also understand his American ideologies and sentiments. El Rubius is a Spanish-Norwegian streamer from Spain. Now, do I think that Rakai knows about Spain for real? No, not at all. Just being fair with you guys, I do not think so. Do I think that Rakai telling El Rubius to go back to Mexico was malicious in his intent? I can't genuinely say. He might have legitimately thought he was Mexican from Mexico and told him to go back to Mexico. But that is the last bit of bail that I can give Rakai, because as he starts to address these situations and backlash that he is getting from the Mr. Beast game/stream, he is revealing his self and his ignorance and immaturity more and more.
I can't hold this back. I gotta say it. I'm sorry. To everybody, I'm sorry. Maya, shut the fuck. Listen, to the Maya girl, to the Maya girl, to the Maya girl. Wait, chat. Oh no, Mari girl. Mari. Suck my dick, you ugly bitch. Fuck you. Cause that's the look that I'm gonna say right there. Is fuck you. Because I'm looking back at the clips. I'm looking back at what she was saying and all this bad energy and shit. I'm just like, wow. You know? Fuck you, bitch. The fuck, I really actually, you know, kind of fuck with you and shit like that. Shut the fuck up, bitch. And that's why you get. That's what you get. You lost. And that's why you cried about it too. I ain't crying, nigga.
Yeah, maybe it's because I'm 30. I can't get down with that type of commentary. Rakai full out blast Mari, and blast is the nice version
Like,
of what he
bro,
said. He called her.
I'm not gonna lie, Rakai is just, bro. I feel like he just young living life, bro. He just feeling himself,
Bitch,
bro.
which I don't understand. I don't get it. Not that I'm saying it's because she is attractive or anything like that. I don't have a personal opinion on that. I'm saying at a certain point, some of these things don't need to be said. He's already had an incident where he's called another woman out of her name.
No. What's the coolest thing you've ever stolen?
You wanna know what I was gonna say? I'll say, listen, bitch. What's the coolest dick you ever sucked? Get the fuck off my dick. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that shit to her face, bro.
And from that, he claimed that he learned, you know, that he shouldn't be calling people out of their name. I just don't get the need for the name calling in this instance. He claimed that it was based off of a clip where Mari reacted to what he was saying during the entire time she was playing Connect 4. And for what it's worth, I think that it's pretty harmless.
Not with the sad edit. Not the sad edit. Not the side edit.
I thought she had it.
Not the sad edit. Not the side edit.
You have Mari, I am so sorry. You're gonna make me cry. Womp, 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 womp. Cry about it.
And with that, 7.
And he over here talking about some womp, womp, womp. You was in my ear the entire time, Rakai. Talking about some, you didn't do it. You didn't do that. What is she doing? The whole time. Imagine having somebody in your ear like, you sound like a Tasmanian devil in my ear the whole time. Respectfully.
That small reaction and commentary, and another smaller one where she talked about how Rakai and Yana were up mad loud late at night one night, was the only times that she had mentioned him post the Beast game. And in an instant in which Rakai should have been taking the high road, should have been displaying maturity, talking about a situation in which he was being attacked wrongfully for his actions on a live stream, he decided to then redirect the conversation to somebody else and do the same thing to somebody else. Now, I know the saying that bullies are bullied people, but this ain't it. Like, full stop, this is not it. And when Mara responds, she echoes these sentiments, but opens up a very good conversation that I've been waiting to talk about online for a minute now.
The same night of that shoot, after we ended, we went back to the hotel. It's brought to my attention, he called someone up and was like, yo, how do you feel about Mari? They gonna be like, yeah, I like Mari, she cool. He gonna be like, I don't fuck with that bitch. So this is not your first time calling me out my name. You know what I could have done when I reacted to that video? I could have brought that up, but I didn't. When I didn't even know you said womp womp. And I think my reaction to that is valid because it's like, he was in my ear the whole time, distracting me the whole video. Okay, cool. He is like a Tasmanian devil. Did I ever call him out his name? No. Did I ever disrespect him? No. This isn't the first time him calling me out my name. He already called Cutie a bitch and disrespecting her event that she invited him to. Like what? How long is 17 gonna be able to be applied to him? It's bro, when he turned 18, now what? And this is not even coming out of like a area of like hate or anything for him. I was once a 17-year-old on the internet. I was annoying, but guess what? I'm not as annoying anymore. Okay, like what the heck? That was an excuse for when I was moderating people's chats and everything, and I was fucking being annoying. No one was like, but she's only 17. Stop. No one gave a fuck. I still got death threats, and it's still crazy how you went on stream after being like, yeah, I'm getting death threats, racism, everything, man, and then you did a 180 and you sent hate my way in front of 20,000 people. How does that make sense?
Just people came to the defense of Rakai. Many a streamer came to the defense of Mari as well. Somebody who is very well liked and respected in the streaming community. And for what it's worth, I think people also saw that what Rakai did was flat out wrong. Another female streamer, Jalan, came out and spoke about why he continues to be.
Is it supposed to be funny? Why did she get invited to these events when 80% of the time he's disrespecting others? With the event itself, I don't care how many views somebody has. There's gotta be a line. He's gonna get his ass beat one day, and it won't be funny to act like
Invited
this
to
no
these
more.
events, there has to be some sort of line that is drawn. This is excessive. Another streamer, Stable Ronaldo, talked about how this is a little aggressive and that, you know, maybe they can hire a therapist out of it all.
I feel like this is a little aggressive, man. Rakai, man, we need you to. I could hire a therapist, brother. Maybe we have a sit down. Maybe you have a sit down. I could get it for you. What's going on, man? Everything I've seen your Rakai. I saw your social security number on Twitter yesterday, bro, with your address and your full bank statements and everything from this guy who I couldn't understand. It wasn't in English.
Now, this is probably around the time in any
That's
Rakai
deep.
story where people are saying, hey, how come everybody else on the internet is holding him accountable, talking about his actions, saying that these are bad, etc., but the people in his life are not? Are the people in his life going to hold him accountable? Even Mari questions that while she continues down her reaction about the whole situation.
Hopefully the people around him can stop enabling him. I'm not too sure about what happens behind the scenes in that regard, but people need to hold him accountable for his behavior. He's not a 500 viewer streamer. He doesn't have a small community. He has 20,000.
He's 17, he's gonna say what he wanna say. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's 17 with millions of dollars, bro. You feel me? On top of that, he's winning for $1 million, bro. I can admit a lot of the shit he did was overboard, but it was like, bro, he's a content creator, bro. I'm not gonna lie. As a viewer, he made the video entertaining, bro. I'm gonna give it a side. He rage baited y'all niggas.
People to like 15,000 people watching him. This is not. You have to be some type of a role model. You can be a character, cool, whatnot, and act crazy, but you just have to like pick and choose and know what's right from wrong when you address certain situations and just like how you move, bro.
But the reality is, and I think this is safe to say, when you look at the people surrounding Rakai, it kind of makes sense as to why he would act the way that he acts.
They play with this like the fuck. Good baby just dick that ass. A lot of these on. Hold on. Let me get the PSA. Let me see right here fast. Yo, real nigga shit. A lot of y'all niggas wanna be the Clovers, gang. Y'all gotta stop, bro. We're not giving out applications. Look. PR. Nah. Let me say something quick. A lot of y'all niggas is trying to beat us. Like nobody gives a fuck about you. Stop talking about us. We don't like.
And to be fair, and this is what I've been wanting to talk about this entire time, this unspoken thing about streaming culture and streaming nature and content creation on this side of the internet, is that it enables this type of behavior, full stop. This is what people find entertaining. Now, you may not agree with this section and portion of entertainment. I'm not talking directly to Mari specifically, but I'm talking to the greater community at large, from the creators on down to the audience. You may not like this specific person saying or doing these things, or that specific person saying or doing these things, but you you most likely turn a blind eye to when your favorites do something of the same sort or similar line, or conveniently forget when they were 16 or 17 years old doing some of the same actions that Rakai does. This is the same community that will watch somebody spiral down a hill but only criticize when they hit rock bottom, right? They're watching the descension time and time again, but only when they get to the bottom and are laying flat on their back as a creator and looking up at the sky will they hover over them and say, yeah, this is messed up. Somebody should help them. Why did you never stop them at some point while they were rolling down the hill? I think about so many instances of this, but one that sticks out for me right now in this moment, for whatever the case may be, is when...
Hey, bro, it was going too fast. I couldn't stop that shit. By the time I seen him, I couldn't see him no more.
And Ludwig had his friend on last year with the Burio Kart streams. He knew that man had a drinking problem. He knew that man was very touchy-feely and handsy and all these other things, yet he still invited him on stream. And his audience still rocked with him being on stream. But only until the backlash did people in the community start saying, you know what, we've got to do something. Buddy, he was 36. He developed a drinking problem throughout his whole life. You should have been stopped it. Not that I'm saying what Rakai did is valid, but a response by crashing out to a bunch of different people involved in the party of the discourse that you're involved with is a normal reaction for streaming and streaming culture. Calling people out their names, being racist, being misogynistic, being homophobic, all these things, homophobic, what am I talking about? All these things are things that are baked in and ingrained in the culture to an extent, and enabling these things is also baked in and ingrained in the culture to a certain extent. If it wasn't, your favorite...
Bro just said a new word, created a new word. Homophobic is crazy.
Streamer would have been canceled a long time ago.
I'm about to start using that
one,
chat.
Your favorite streamer probably has a badder track record than Rakai.
Speed wasn't this bad. What? Nigga, are you serious? Did you ever watch Speed when he was younger? Did you hear the things he was saying? I don't think you heard the things he was saying. Rakai calling her a bitch compared to the shit that Speed was saying is literally nothing, bro. Like, Speed was supposed to have been out of here with the shit that he was saying, with the jokes that he was making. Even though it was literally a joke, like, it's still like something you just don't say. Like, it's just fucked up. It's just like, bro, you just don't say these things. You don't do these things. But you get older and you learn from it, bro.
You could have probably called this from a mile away, but friend of the show, Dante, is absolutely correct. And it's probably because he was there when things were happening, but the correlation and connection between iShowSpeed and Rakai honestly does Rakai a disservice. The stuff that iShowSpeed was saying was insane. And I'm going to tell you how insane it was for those that may have not been here for that moment. Anytime anybody has ever referenced these things, whether it be in passing by or in commentary channels, you've never seen a video of these things. These videos, for the most part, have been buried. People only bring it up like 96 Freaknik or the pandemic. No footage, just the memories in people's heads, because it's actually something that would probably get the video demonetized or maybe your channel potentially clapped if you played that content. It's the reason why Speed isn't on Twitch and other platforms, to be quite honest with you, is because he was banned for a long time. I say all that to say, I definitely condemn the actions of Rakai, full stop, but I condemn those actions. While you do have to give him time to pick a path in which to go down, either that's going to be the reputation rebuilding path of himself or other streamers, or it's going to be the path of the Dean the Greats, the Jack Dohertys, and whoever else that continues to crash out and lash out as adults. The only thing that we can say is that time will tell, and you as an individual will move accordingly in regards to him. But the reality is that we exist in an environment in which streaming basically enables and has made Rakai. Not saying that there's not other factors involved, but part of the reason why he is so successful, just as others around him are so successful, is because they call women bitches, is because they lash out like this, is because they do borderline homoerotic things and then also are homophobic at the same time. That's the reason why they are so successful. So let's not pick and choose it when we want to cut it off at the legs. Let's be consistent across the board. And let's also give people time to find themselves. Lord knows, if y'all saw 17, 16-year-old Omar, y'all would not be watching me. It's not that crazy. Please, let me, I just wore ridiculous sweaters. Oh, damn.